Fornelli Field. I'm Kyle Smith alongside Mark Carmen. And Mark, springtime's around the corner, but don't tell Mother Nature that because it's very windy, not too much sun, although the sun's out right now, and not so great for soccer, but we got to start the season anyway, so a beautiful night, sarcastically, for soccer night in Chicago.
Well, and let's be real here. From where we were at 7 a.m. today when I texted you and said, are they playing in this? To the beautiful sunshine and the turf field, which doesn't look worse for wear. We are ready for Brother Rice and St. Ignatius Soccer Day. The Crusaders and the Wolfpack are ready to go. They've waited a long time. And even though it feels like it's January the 1st, on some level it feels like it's August 11th at the same time.
Starters today, that's brought to you by Sports Broadcast Solutions. For St. Ignatius, left winger is going to be Jaden Rice, his brother Ian at strong side, and then at the right wing is going to be Alex Tan. The three of the midfielders today for the Wolfpack is going to be Lowe, Hurst, and Kraft. All four defenders starting with the left side, Kennedy, Thompson, Troy, and Hogan, and the goalkeeper, Barkija, between the pipes tonight for the St. Ignatius Wolfpack.
That is the tough one today, Nick Barkija. We just were, now we got a Barkija up.
We're going to keep going back and forth with this, but we did talk to his tutor. He said Barkija, so we're going to go with Barkija.
Our freshman sophomore coach was just walking on by here. This is, as Kyle just lost a sheet of paper here in the wind that is the Windy City. I'll tell you, this is my first time to Fornelli Field. Why don't we pause and listen to our national anthem? Always good to have the anthem rolling and getting ready for some soccer today. I've got a piece of trivia that I thought I would throw out to you today, Kyle, as we get ready for the Wolfpack and the Crusaders. Did you know that on the 2003 Wolfpack, every single person on that team scored with the exception of one?
Which is very interesting because that's not the team that went to the state finals and lost. The 2013 team went to the state finals and lost. So I guess more talent, but not as much depth from the 2013 team versus the 2003 team.
Plus, the 2003 team had WGN NBC Sports' very own St. Ignatius grad, also Wisconsin University grad, Adam Hogue on the roster, and he was the one player that did not score. That's good research for you right there.
Awesome.
Opening kickoff here as Brother Rice will get it. The Crusaders will get the football to start the game.
Yeah, it's going to probably be a low-scoring affair today, especially with the wind picking up as we get closer to nighttime. The lights will come on around 6 o'clock. As with this Chicago Catholic League rivalry, it's going to be big in the midfield, so watch out for that. It's going to be one from the 50-yard line, from the 40-yard line. Both teams have decent strikers, but it's really going to be win with the midfielders today.
First possession here for the Wolfpack as they look to cross midfield. It's got to feel just incredible, especially these are senior-laden rosters, to be able to get out here when it was very much in doubt for so long, and to now actually be playing soccer right now. It's got to be a sweet feeling.
Absolutely, and these teams have played each other a long time. Both schools very old. St. Ignatius since 1869, And a St. Ignatius team that went to the sectionals last year, but they lost 3-0 to Morton.
And the wind is significant, as you mentioned, so it very well could be a factor today.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if this was 0-0 going into extra time. We will have OT today. It's going to be goal kicks because it's a conference game.
You got to love that. Get a little OT excitement. I'm going to take the over on that and say that we will have some goals today, but you're absolutely right. This game is probably going to be determined in the midfield, as it normally is.
Yeah, if you can find a good midfielder that can also get back quick on defense and has a little creativity, creating separation with the dribbles, you're going to find yourself one of the best teams, if not the best team in the Chicago Catholic League.
Charlie Kennedy able to run that one down, but now here come the Crusaders.
Yeah, surprised that the goalkeeper for Brother Rice didn't pick that one up. That was really close to being a turnover and an easy decision for St. Ignatius.
I think it's important to get on the record our soccer background here. I, of course, dominated at Camp Kawamba, Kyle, and did have a goal in extra time and was carried off the field when I was 10 years old. Can you top that?
I never played competitive soccer, but I used to dominate intramurals as the goalkeeper.
There we go.
Hockey and rugby was my forte.
When you were vetting me for this gig, you had a very serious. Do you know soccer? And then right there, oh my, great opportunity.
Yeah, definitely a good decision by the goalkeeper to come out and go get that one. Otherwise, it could have been an easy goal over his head. Shot, one-timer in the back of the net, and St. Ignatius strikes first.
The over comes in early, and that was great passing.
It was a little bit of lackadaisical defense from the Crusaders, but you have to give all the credit to St. Ignatius, and with that goal, that might be the difference maker, but they have looked good on offense, creating separation with their dribbles, so possibly we could see a 2-0 game. I think that's going to be the last score of the half, though.
I'm going to take the over on that one, too. We have spent the Wolfpack has spent a lot of time in the early going here in Crusader territory, so we'll see if Brother Rice can grab some early momentum back here. But that our goalie.
Yeah, Barquicha for St. Ignatius, and then goalkeeper is going to be Cerritos for Brother Rice.
Under heavy fire, Cerritos early going here.
One at midfield by the Crusaders, but St. Ignatius quickly back on the attack. And like we said, going to be one in the midfield, and so far the Wolfpack with the big edge there.
Aiden Hurst, good control, able to send it cross. That's Gavin Troy, one of the defenders for the Wolfpack. And here come the Crusaders.
Ignatius has numbers, and as you would expect, turned over by Brother Rice. At this level, though, Mark, you just don't have those kind of shooters that can kick it out from 20 yards back. So they tried to get it in deep, but the Ignatius got back quickly, and they had numbers to get the turnover. Header pass.
It's going to go out of bounds.
Ooh, almost a handball, but luckily the ball touched out of bounds before it was touched by St. Ignatius.
Here comes Charlie Kennedy again, off the left side.
A little tap pass over to Kraft.
And as you see here, everybody playing out there, they've got a mask on, safety precaution, safety first.
We're going to probably get a substitution soon for Ignatius. That's going to be 22 Michael Cronell. Almost stolen away by Brother Rice, but keeping it is Kennedy. He'll tap it out to the sideline.
It's Dylan Kraft with some fancy footwork, a little patience here, setting it up.
And you know what's going to be interesting, because so few games during this COVID-shortened season, I don't think you're going to see as many substitutions this year. You're going to see a lot of fresh legs. There's not too many games. Plus, they had the really weird spring season, as boys soccer is usually in the fall. So they've had a whole 6 months to get ready for this. Almost an own goal.
Wow. Great cross by Kennedy.
Last touch by Louis Kahn of the Crusaders.
Fantastic save.
Yeah, Cerritos has definitely been Brother Rice's best player. This is a Crusaders team looking for their first win of the season. Of course, they've only played one game, as games could not start before March 10th. Long kick, headed out near the 50, stolen by the Crusaders. A little tap pass, and the Crusaders still on the attack. Stolen by the Wolfpack, and now their midfielders looking to attack.
Jaden Rice had a nice foray just a second ago, doing it again.
Yeah, good job swinging it out to the right side. Got to be quick on your swings, otherwise Brother Rice is going to get back on defense. And they're going to say
corner kick.
I didn't see it go off the end line, but I guess it did. First corner of the game. This goes the way of the Wolfpack, looking to make it a 2-0 game.
That's Jack Lowe with the boot. Ooh, good opportunity.
Yeah, you're just seeing. I don't know if St. Ignatius is the faster team, but they seem a little bit more creativity to create space. And that's why they've been mostly on the attack this game.
Some crispness, too. I don't know how much they've been on the practice field, but it certainly looks like it's been a significant amount. Look very much together as we get under play here.
Cerritos trying to get it to the 50. He's going to be short, headed by the Wolfpack. Stolen by the Crusaders, and then restolen by the Wolfpack.
There again is Jaden Rice.
He's got a lot of speed. Good lead pass, and he just didn't get enough on it. Ran out of real estate, and Cerritos wisely does not touch it. Goal kick coming up.
One of the most enjoyable parts of the game for the goalie, to let it out.
I always just love making the save, especially on a breakaway. Very rarely do you see it happen in soccer, but if you can ever make a save on a breakaway, always fun to do.
Anyone that sticks out in your head, diving left, diving right?
I didn't really. What was his name? He was the goalie for the U.S. team, Tim Howard. I saw him make a couple of breakaway saves for the U.S. national team. But yeah, it's very rarely in soccer when you got 11 on 11.
Down the right side.
And
that's Alex Tan.
That's touched by the Wolfpack. He's got another goal kick coming up. Cerritos has definitely seen a lot of action today, both with saves, shots on him, and now goal kicks. This is his third of the day.
Tip of the cap, by the way, to the parents who are out here. We are on the sunny side of the field. They are in the shade. That is some serious love of your son.
Well, it's not. Not everybody's here on scholarship, Mark, so you pay a lot of money to go to St. Ignatius. Might as well come. It's not that cold today.
I still like to give the parents a little tip of the caps. Some parents make it, some do not.
Yeah, only 20% capacity today. And interesting rule by the IHSA, no away fans. So we do appreciate all the Brother Rice fans watching today. And we wish you were here with us, but can't do it due to COVID. So Adam Hogue played some soccer, huh? I didn't know that.
I didn't know it either, but when I walked onto campus today, I sent Adam a note. Many of you perhaps know Adam's Chicago Bears, White Sox, whatever else coverage. And yes, a Wolfpack alum, and he did play soccer on the 03 Crusaders.
Is he watching right now, or is he on the air?
I do not know if he is throwing the broadcast on. I hope he has.
Back out to the left side. Swung out well by the Wolfpack. Last touch by the Crusaders. Good slide tackle, but just couldn't get the steal. Quick overhead pass. There's Rice again. And he lost it out of bounds. Jaden Rice with the turnover. And the other way go the Crusaders. Header pass. And it was quickly stolen by St. Ignatius. Brother Rice having trouble getting it out, Mark, but it just seems like St. Ignatius is the better team on offense right now.
A little more control for sure. See, it's this long game here, though. We shall see. Things can change. Wind is starting to really kick up here. I'm sure you can hear it on your computer or wherever you are checking out the broadcast today on the phone. And it is intermittently coming strong.
Lead pass out to the center. And on the attack again is Kennedy. Sorry, that's Kraft. Rice with it. Swarm of Brother Rice players go to him, so he swings it out to Rice.
There's number 9 is Isaac Rice. Number 8 is Jaden Rice, which is a
brother duo.
Little brother duo, 9 and 8 playing together. You gotta love that.
And Jaden's got the moves, doesn't he? Lead pass. Oh, boy, right off the shins. He's going to feel that in the morning, Mark. Plus, it's a corner kick for the Wolfpack. How unlucky can you get? But at the same time, he stopped the lead pass.
And we're sitting here on about the 30-yard line. So we heard that one loud and clear, 70 yards, 80 yards away.
Header up in the air, ball still loose. Cerritos almost got it. And eventually goes out to 10-yard. Yeah, he is an excellent goalkeeper. Out to Rice on his right foot.
Good cross. A little bit too much, though.
Well, he stays in possession for a brief second. And big call here. They're going to say it's against the Wolfpack. Well, this is definitely the game plan working to fruition right now for the Wolfpack. They have the lead, and Brother Rice really hasn't been able to do much in the midfield. Not much that Barkija has to do right now. He can almost read a book back there. He has not really been peppered tonight.
Yeah, 1-0 Wolfpack, but here we go. Let's see if the Crusaders can...
It seems like the Wolfpack have better spacing, too, on offense. A little bit too bunched up for the Crusaders right now. Good cross. Cerritos sees it all the way.
Oh.
Almost an own goal against Cerritos.
He tipped it over the crossbar.
And I don't think that was intentional either. I think he was trying to catch it with two hands, and he just lost possession of it.
Well, then he's really lucky as we'll get a corner kick. I thought he was trying to tip it over the crossbar, but maybe I was giving him a little... perhaps too much strategic credit.
Yeah, I mean, if he was 2 inches taller, you could make the argument. I just don't think. I could be wrong, but it sure looked like he was trying to one-hand it back to his other hand.
To get a hold of Cerritos after the ball game and really...
Yeah, so far he's our best player by far for Brother Rice. I mean, things could change for the second half. And then do you have a guy yet, player of the game for the Wolfpack?
That's where I'm going to sit back on that one and let this thing unfold a little bit longer, considering I'm not exactly sure who scored the goal, which I will work on attaining that information. Nice attempt there by the Wolfpack's Jack Lowe. Ends up out of bounds, though.
Overhead pass out to the Wolfpack. They've been in possession for most of this game. If we were tracking ball possession, I'd say it would equate to about 75%.
It's a very on-the-spot analysis. I would say Rice to Rice here as Jaden runs it down.
Beautiful move by Rice.
God, great. Oh, wow. Physical. Jaden gets on no call. Let's play on. Here come the Crusaders for a second, but now back to Wolfpack. Now there we go.
Yeah, I think that should have been called. And you're not going to see any arguments from Miller because his team is up 1-0. If it was a 0-0 game, I think the St. Ignatius bench would be irate there's no call. With the lead, they'll let him play on.
That was Brian Barge, number 10 for Brother Rice, causing all sorts of havoc. Nearly got himself a breakaway, came up just a little bit short.
Oh, look at that play there from Billy Thompson, able to keep it in.
One of the Wolfpack defenders.
Now you got to think for the Crusaders, when should we put in fresh legs? And I know I said that you're not going to see a lot of fresh legs today, but the starting lineup, they just don't seem to have enough right now. Maybe a couple of new players, fresh blood, would change things up, but I don't see it happening until after halftime.
That's Alex Tan with the cross. Good defense by the Crusaders.
Aiden Hurst, we hadn't said his name much. Look at a stop and start move there from Hurst. Shot, but another block from the Crusaders. They've done a good job blocking shots and blocking cross kicks.
Kennedy, right place, right moment, but
and some substitutions coming in for the Crusaders. We got Tim Hayes and Patrick Carney coming in for Brother Rice. And I just noticed that some of the players are wearing the mask. So, we talked about how weird it is seeing basketball players wear the mask. Think about how much cardio there is in soccer wearing that mask. It is definitely a struggle.
Yeah, I think everybody's got it on. Some have the mask tilted down. Some have it over their mouth and their nose. I suppose there are rules, and then there's comfort level. And I know that anybody who's tried to work out during COVID with the mask over it, it's very challenging.
Out to about the 40-yard line. Picked up by the Wolfpack. That's Kraft. Trying to swing it back out to the left. Another deflected pass from the Crusaders. Back out to the goalkeeper in Barquilla. 1-0 game if you're just joining us. Almost an own goal twice, too, by the Crusaders. This could be a 2, even 3-0 game. Crusaders really haven't done much on offense, and they've already gone to the bench. See if their substitutions can kind of try to change things up for the Wolfpack.
That was a great pickup there by Alex Tan to control it. And that's going to be off of the Crusaders. Will be a corner kick.
Third one of the day for the Wolfpack. Looks like Jack Lowe's going to take it. Kind of a scattered look by the Wolfpack. Now they attack. One hopping pass. And gets it back out to the corner. Lead pass.
Oh.
Yeah, Cerritos read that all the way. Look how he dove on that ball. Didn't panic. Just watched the ball where it was going, then dove. Didn't dive too quickly.
And that was a big-time boot all the way down the left side. It's the deepest that the Crusaders have been in probably 10 minutes, maybe more.
Could have been a foul. They decided to let them play on. Oh, I was right the first time. It is a foul against St. Ignatius. We haven't said that a lot today, Mark. First free kick we're going to see of the day.
No, we've had a couple of moments when it's gotten fairly physical out there, but for the most part, very clean.
Best scoring opportunity of the day thus far for the Crusaders. 3 men out front. Header. And it's going to go wide. Beautiful pass, though.
That really was.
The backdoor cut from Carney. Just couldn't get it on his right foot.
We nearly had ourselves a tie game.
And Gael Hernandez eyeing his chance to come in.
That's Gavin Troy sending it.
There's Rice again. Look at that. On the head, to the foot. That is something I cannot do, at least not consistently. Not in a competitive game, anyways. If there's nobody around, maybe. But
well, I like the desire that you have to try to work on that, Kyle. It's not how many times you fall down in life. It's how quickly you get back up. It's not where you are today, but well, maybe it is where you are today, but it's also how much you're going to work to be better tomorrow. How's that? I think I might have just made up a saying that could go viral.
You were going with the little tank engine that could, and then it just kind of derailed a little bit.
Yeah, there was momentum, but it quickly.
By the way, it's probably written the little engine that could. I don't know why I said tank engine. Probably thinking of Thomas the Tank Engine. Shot in the net!
Bang!
I'm liking the Mike Breen reference, and a goal for Jaden Rice, 2-0.
Exit velocity off of Jaden Rice's right foot. I'm going to put it at 38 miles an hour, Kyle. That was impressive, and perhaps that's something that Cerritos will be thinking about, but that was a very, very, very tough opportunity for the junior goalie.
2-0, and I'm not going to say the fat lady's singing yet, but I just haven't seen enough from Brother Rice on offense to say that they can mount a comeback, but things could change between now and halftime.
Well, I've twice won the over bet today, so if you want to keep on going, double your money, I'll go for another one because I think we will see a little more scoring action today.
Well, if it's going to happen, it's probably going to be from St. Ignatius. It's really not Brother Rice's bad. It's just St. Ignatius is really quick on their defense. Usually don't use the terminology back-checking in soccer, but that's kind of been the case for the Wolfpack today. And even then, defense becoming offense for the Wolfpack as well.
Another cross, trouble. And it's going to scoot on through, out of bounds. That was Nice attempt there from Charlie Kennedy.
Yeah, you never want to lose a game, obviously, but for the Crusaders, still got to stay within your game plan. Going to the bench a lot today, but don't want to change up too much. Everything you've worked on in practice, even though it's not working, you just can't try to change new things unless you feel comfortable with that coming in today through your last couple of practices.
Cerritos to about the 50, and we got a whistle.
What do you see out of Brother Rice on offense that sometimes is working and not really for the Crusaders at the same time?
Not sure what the call was right there. It must have been illegal.
No, not a handball.
Touch.
I think somebody was offside.
Okay.
Look at this, Cerritos.
They like his foot here. All the way out of the 45-yard line. And as you see, the wind is causing a little bit of trouble.
Good boot. Over 30 yards. Wind took it. Headed by the Wolfpack. And it's going to go out to the left side to the Crusaders. Nice touch by Brother Rice.
That was Tim Hayes, the junior forward, who headed it out of bounds of the Crusaders. And here we go again with St. Ignatius. St. Ignatius in black, Brother Rice in white if you are just joining us and haven't figured that one out yet.
Yeah, it can be a little confusing as St. Ignatius usually wears the maroon. But today they're going with the black. And so I just love the school, love the mascot. There's just not that many mascots called the Wolfpack. Not that many mascots called the Crusaders either.
Well, you can't beat the campus and just sitting here on Little Italy, Taylor Street, Little South Loop, whatever you want to call it, Greektown. Just a beautiful part of the city and skyline, and it's a beautiful field here.
Yeah, always a pleasure to be at Fornelli Field. By the way, feel free to text in. The text line is available tonight. Your favorite soccer memory, high school, college, or the pros, 330-957-7653.
One more time with that text number.
330-957-7653.
Well, can I give you mine? My second one of the day?
For your best soccer memory?
Best soccer memory.
Go ahead.
Seeing if we're going to get any action here, and then we're going to go out of bounds. Okay, I have time. So I don't know. I'm slightly older than you, Kyle. So I did grow up with Chicago Sting soccer, and they played outdoors at Wrigley Field, and I want to say Soldier Field and Comiskey Park. But my favorite was the indoor game at Old Chicago Stadium with Karl-Heinz Granitza, Pato Marhetic, and they used to come out to this smoke intro, and the games would be like 6-5, and they play the New York, I think it was the Arrows, thank you so much. The Sting drew more at that point for indoor soccer than the Chicago Bulls were drawing pre-Michael Jordan, if you can believe that.
I actually do remember that. I think Sam Smith told me that.
Yeah, that would be something Sam Smith would say. Sam Smith, one of who writes for Bulls.com now. Great man, and an awesome writer back in the day for the Tribune.
I don't know if that's more about the Sting or the fact that the Bulls were no bueno.
Well, it both. Both. Basketball had not taken off here. Professional basketball. DePaul was much bigger when they were on Channel 9 and WGN before ESPN took over the world. Can
you imagine if Portland had Michael Jordan and the Bulls? Because there was a good chance the Bulls were going to draft Sam Bowie.
Who knows what they would have done if they had number 2. And they certainly would have taken Akeem number 1. And I wonder if Jerry Krause had been the GM at that time, if he would have passed on Jordan and taken Charles Barkley, somebody like that. But they ended up with Michael. So it certainly worked out.
Not so much for Portland, though.
Not so much for Portland. But what's interesting to me is, Chicago back then had a good thirst for soccer. There was they were averaging 11,000 a game. That's just a reminder that. And I know we have the Fire doing great and the Red Stars and whatnot, but this has always been an underrated soccer town.
Well, absolutely. We always have the World Cup here, and
yeah, that was huge.
We have some good exhibition friendlies at Soldier Field.
Got to interview Megan Rapinoe, I believe it was last summer. It feels so long ago now. The whole team was here. That was a really cool opportunity.
Vanessa DiBernardo, I don't know if she still plays for the Red Stars, but when she did, she went to my alma mater at Waubonsie Valley.
There we go.
And I used to have her dad for Spanish.
That was full circle. Opportunity here. Good defense. Great job by the Crusaders to thwart that opportunity. First time I've used the word thwart today.
There you go. You got to get those synonyms going. Yeah. Use that vocab.
Let's make Mr. Lapish fine English teacher at Highland Park High School proud. Which, by the way, I believe we're having some Highland Park High School football on Sports Broadcasting Solutions coming down the pipe.
They're going to head to Deerfield. Look at that by Cerritos. Good call by the officiating staff.
Was that Cerritos or LeBron James going up to get that one? Cerritos looked like he might have tweaked something.
Hopefully it's not a concussion. He does not look good. We will take a break if he has to leave the game.
I think it's where he landed. He's working out that maybe his right calf or right ankle or just his foot, something. Yeah, it looks like the foot.
That was close to a yellow card, too. That was clearly...
Oh, he didn't like that. That hurt.
And Brother Rice not happy. I don't know, Mark. Let him play on, but at the same time, I can understand why Brother Rice wants a yellow card on that. A little bit of a flop from St. Ignatius. But I love it.
Trying to even out the who's taking on more contact.
Yeah, it's just all St. Ignatius today. They are definitely defending their home field with pride. Jaden Rice probably going to be our player of the game. You know, you can't win many games. You don't score any goals. Only can win one game, and that's 1-0. And for Brother Rice, they got to score at least 3 times to win today. And
nice
that's deflected away from Cerritos. Wait, St. Ignatius is attacking on the offensive end.
That was off the Crusaders' back. I believe that was Gael Hernandez getting in the way.
Wind's starting to pick up as we get closer to 7 o'clock. Headed up in the air. Ball still loose, and then it scatters out to the left side. Time picked up by Troy. Almost got it past with the slide step. Slide tackle from the Wolfpack. Ball loose, and then picked up by the Crusaders.
That's Tyler Wojcik doing his best to create an opportunity. That's a freshman out there, Kyle. Tyler is.
From St. Germain.
Looks like he has a nice career in front of him. Good to be playing as a freshman. That's impressive.
For the Crusaders.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say, for the Crusaders, though, head coach Matt Prunkel, hoping that freshman can get them some goals. They're going to need some goals to win today.
Yeah, right now, Cerritos with a boot to his counterpart.
Definitely on accident. He was hoping for a deflection. Yeah, that's just all Cerritos. Really not much else from Brother Rice today. And because it's a conference game, there's got to be a winner and a loser. But I do believe you get a point when it goes to OT. So that would have been nice for Brother Rice if Cerritos could have done it all his own, but a couple of goals, including a masterful shot from Jaden Rice, to make it 2-0.
Trying to get a little listen in here to Brother Rice's head coach, Matt Prunkel, who is certainly up in coaching right now. Doing a little directing, and that kick right to Prunkel. Going to go out of bounds.
I like the idea, though. Nobody was on that side. See if you can get your teammate to attack as my papers fly.
I got you, Kyle.
Just never fails in Chicago. We just can't get a nice spring day, can we? Thank you, Mark. Lead pass. And Cerritos once again there on the dive. Lead pass to Hurst. And Cerritos there with the dive.
Well, I thought we were going to be standing here in the rain, so I am sending a check
to Mother Nature,
to the weather gods. Yes,
Tom Skilling,
the greatest weatherman in the history of weatherman. I was thinking about, when you consider goats in life, right? I mean, people like to debate Michael and LeBron. Of course, anybody who says LeBron doesn't know what the hell they're talking about. But people
okay, we're gonna go down that rabbit hole today.
Yes, maybe we might. But Tom Skilling has to be, without question, the GOAT of all weathermen. Maybe not on a national level, if you want to have that argument, but in Chicago, no one has ever done it better than Skilling, right?
Can't get much better than Tom, that's for sure.
And we've had some good ones here. Harry Volkman, old school Volkman, anybody? He got after it. He knew when a front was coming in. I should have been a weatherman, Kyle. It's a good gig.
But you like sports more.
I do. That's true. Cerritos, again controlling the action here.
Yeah, it's just been a one-man wrecking crew. The problem is he doesn't play offense. Well, he tried, actually. Leslie kicked it on a free kick from the 50, but... yeah, just... There's really nothing that Brother Rice has to work on, per se, except maybe their spacing. They're just getting beat by quite possibly the better team. And Jaden Rice, he is a man out there among boys, especially with the velocity he has on that shot.
He's been super impressive. Well, a lot of guys though have stood out here today. I thought we've said Charlie Kennedy's name a bunch. We've said Dylan Kraft's name a bunch. Seen some nice action from Alex Tan. I mean, really, it's been a long list of guys who have been contributing along with Jaden Rice, Isaac Rice, Aiden Hurst. It's a total team effort here from the Wolfpack. And let's remind everybody that Brother Rice is hanging around here. It is a 2-0 game, but still plenty of time, and just got to find their footing here and not give up another goal.
Well, yeah, that would definitely be demoralizing for the Crusaders. At the same time, though, I just haven't seen enough on offense to make me think they can realistically tie this up at 2-2. Trying to clear it.
Oh, this could be your opportunity right here.
It's just
Tyler Wojcik, the freshman again, but couldn't control it.
The speed of the Wolfpack and the teamwork, knowing that they didn't cheat up too much, always having 3 men back to make sure there's no cherry pickers from the Crusaders.
Substitution for the Wolfpack coming in is number 20, Sean Kelly, and going out is 10, Jack Lowe.
Danny Wallace in the game. Bruce Harris, also first time we've said that name tonight.
Ooh.
What a play by Brother Rice, but they're going to say illegal slide tackle against the Crusaders.
It's the freshman Bruce Harris, midfielder, causing some commotion.
And you just like the teamwork you see from the Wolfpack. You're up 2-0. No need to force a shot there and force a header. Just, play a little keep away and try to get something in your rhythm towards the net. Not that Brother Rice has been doing that tonight either, but just you like the teamwork you see from St. Ignatius, not getting complacent and also not getting too anxious either. Out to the Wolfpack. This time it's Hurst. Sending it out to the right. Michael Cradell, first time we said that, lead pass.
Man. And Jaden Rice with the header there nearly was able to control it, but shot it wide.
Under 8 minutes to go here at Fornelli Field. Ball at the 40-yard line, stolen away by the Wolfpack. And out to the right. Off the foot of Crenell, as he's looking to set something up for his Wolfpack teammates. Good lead pass as he looks for Hogan. That time it's shot, and it's going to be last touch by the Wolfpack. Substitution coming in for the Crusaders. Roman Harris, the sophomore from Memorial. Don't go anywhere. The post-game show brought to you by St. Ignatius College Prep Athletics. Hopefully we'll get a couple of players from each team.
And a great effort today. And again, let's just underline that I'm sure it feels phenomenal for both Brother Rice and St. Ignatius to be out there, even in this slight chill. Perhaps hot chocolate for everybody after this one. Yeah, hot cocoa guy there, Kyle?
I like my hot cocoa. Who doesn't like hot cocoa?
Who doesn't like hot cocoa?
Gotta have the marshmallows, though. The mini marshmallows. You can't do the regular ones.
Yeah, no, yeah, right. That absolutely is the upgrade we're looking for. Which takes me into a hot chocolate story for a second here. When I used to sell hot chocolate at Soldier Field, old school Soldier Field for Bears football games, and that hot cocoa that people were buying, I wouldn't have been wanting to buy that hot cocoa, Kyle. I'm just letting you know right now.
Well, how do you keep it warm?
Oh, wow, great, phenomenal play as Cerritos was out of the goal. And a phenomenal job getting his head in the way there. That was number 10, Brian Barsh, the senior midfielder. It's a really great play.
One of the captains on this team. He showed the captain there with a play to keep it from being a 3-0 game.
Ooh!
Oh, my goodness.
It could be a free kick there, no?
Oh, my goodness. And there it is. But that should have been a yellow card, clearly a push, and possibly a penalty kick, as that was not good play by Barquilla.
Our first corner kick on this side of the field, it's Bruce Harris, the freshman midfielder, is going to let it go.
Should have been a yellow card. Second time we said that today. Ball still loose. Barquilla finds it.
Now what?
And they're going to say a lot of contact by Barquilla. They're going to talk about it to Brother Rice. The main guy they're talking to, one of the captains, Louis Kahn. Let's talk about it, Mark. First of all, near the corner, should have been a yellow card, should have been a penalty kick towards Brother Rice. It looked like a push down from Barquilla.
I thought we were on. I was feeling the penalty kick there. I certainly was hoping to see it, and it would have been a huge, huge boon, obviously, to the Crusaders who could have used it, but it didn't go their way. End of the day, though, I guess playing on feels like it was probably the right call.
Oof. Oh, man. They are letting it play. They are letting them play on today, and you can borrow some of my gloves, Mark, if you're getting too cold.
No. I'm a tough guy, Kyle. Are you kidding me?
But you have no idea how they kept that hot chocolate warm. They just sold it as is. There was no heating mechanism in the.
No, there was a heating mechanism. It's more where they got the water from, and if the tubs that was put in was ever cleaned out. And I honestly think that and the bowels of Soldier Field and the animals that live down there, I would not have I would not have wanted to be drinking that hot cocoa out of those bins at all.
I don't know about you, Mark, but I was at the last game ever at Old Soldier Field.
What was the last game?
Donovan McNabb destroying the Bears in the divisional playoffs.
Yeah, right. Underrated, by the way, Donovan McNabb. I had an interview with Hall of Famer Ed Reed, Baltimore Ravens safety. I asked him what quarterback would he want to, if he could pick anyone to play with all time. He's like, you know what, I'm taking Donovan because never gets a lot of love, but phenomenally underrated quarterback. I thought it was an interesting answer.
And I'm not comparing these two quarterbacks. This is just the stat. Both quarterbacks are 1-4 all time in the NFC Championship game. Can you name who these quarterbacks are?
Both 1-4 in the NFC Championship game. Was one of them Donovan McNabb?
Yep. Who's the other one?
The other one in the NFC Championship game, 1-4. Brett Favre?
No, close.
Go ahead.
Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, I should have capitalized on that one.
I'm not saying they're the same, but if Aaron Rodgers is a first ballot, I mean, you need to consider McNabb for the Hall of Fame. Different circumstances, different players for both franchises, but that is a stat.
Well, and when we argue the all-time greats, we tend to. Here's an opportunity again.
2-on-1.
Wow,
Another great play by
Cerritos.
Yeah.
Just doing everything he can to keep this a 2-goal game. 2:28 left here, by the way.
Here's a punt.
Oh, it's the first time he missed it.
Not the best punt in the world. And it's going to be stolen by the Wolfpack. Looking for a late goal here with about 2:05 to go.
Good job getting in the pass lane right there. And here come the Crusaders. It's for a second. Wolfpack able to gain control. 5 is Billy Thompson. Over to Charlie Kennedy. Kennedy back to Thompson. Thompson sending it to Barkidja.
Not been tested a lot today has been Barkidja. If you're just joining us, a couple of no calls. Could have been a yellow card for both teams, especially play on the corner, and it looked like Barkidja pushed off on the Brother Rice striker. Right now
that's Luke Hogan down the right side.
Wolfpack strike in their own. And they're going to say...
Did not like the call there. I'm not sure what the call was.
Going to say legal slide tackle against Wolfpack.
Well, it couldn't have been that because they just gave him the ball. Somehow he did something wrong there that took it away for some... I don't know.
Big break for the Crusaders. The problem is they got to score 2 goals, and they haven't had a lot of chances. Maybe things will change in the second half. Maybe the last chance for the Wolfpack before halftime. Good lead pass. Excellent teamwork. 2-on-2 the other way. Stutter step move. A shot, and it goes wide. That time it was by Jaden Rice, and we've said that name a lot today for good reason.
And I hate to throw a correction at the boss here, but I believe that was 9 Isaac Rice, unless I have it.
Got 8 for Jaden, 9 is Isaac.
I think that was. I think if my eyes have not failed me here, I believe that was Isaac.
You're right, it was
mix.
9. Yeah.
It's what we call teamwork, right, Kyle?
We got the teamwork on the broadcasters. We got the teamwork for the Wolfpack. Brother Rice trying to work on their teamwork as they only got a couple of seconds to score. There's the buzzer, and that does it for the first half. Wolfpack 2, Crusaders nothing. Me and Mark are going to get warm for a couple minutes, then we'll give you some halftime analysis. You're watching Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone. Okay, we'll run Zach Levine because I need a break.